Hello? Can I be heard? Let me switch to here. I have no idea if this is working or not. I really have no idea. Okay, good. Thank you, Emily. I think me and you are the only ones here at the moment, but that's okay. I am just glad that I started it properly. Okay, good. I am inclined to wait maybe another minute or so before actually changing to the game, just in case anybody else wants to come in. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. I may end up be just a stream for you, but that's okay with me. I'm gonna bring the chat up on my phone so that I can have the game full screen and still have the chat. Aw, thank you. It's not really, I didn't animate it. I just uploaded the stuff into the program and it did it for me, basically. I just put, eyes closed, mouth open, eyes open, mouth closed, etc., etc. And then it wiggles a little bit. Okay. What else do I need to do? I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Okay. Was the music really loud in the beginning? 'Cause it was kind of loud in my ears. But when I did the audio test earlier, it was like normal. So I have no idea. Okay. Oh, okay. So that should be fine then. Let us go to the Disneyland. Switch to there. Haha! I did it. I think I did it anyways. And I think you should be able to hear the game now. It's very, very, very subtle music. But it only shows up when I click back to the game screen. Okay. So before yes. Just for purposes of that this is the first one, I just wanted to say hi. My name is Henrie.
Yeah, that's right. The ocean's a friend of mine.
Nobody asked you, Moana, and I was actually in the middle of an introduction, so maybe you could go somewhere else, but that's fine. I don't know what else to say, man. Nobody else. You're my sister. You already know who I am.
What an amazing day.
I already know who I am, so
Wonder where they
I might
harvest
as
their
well
ice.
just do whatever. No, I don't want to play Scramble Coin. I never, ever, ever want to play Scramble Coin. Okay. Let me just... I'm gonna start from... Yeah, let's start from... Okay, I will do a little intro for VOD watchers. My name is Henrie. I have a lot of free time, and so I decided to spend some of that streaming what I do almost every day, which is play video games. And I don't have any kind of fancy equipment like a capture card, so I can't stream like console games yet. So it's mostly just gonna be this.
I am Moana of Motu.
Okay, I'm going inside my house because Moana keeps interrupting me and I don't appreciate it. What else? My introduction to Disney Dreamlight Valley was kind of weird because I only really... I don't know if it's accurate to say I only care about Disney because of Kingdom Hearts, but like the draw for me originally was like, let me roleplay as a Kingdom Hearts character in a farming sim with Disney characters because that sounds hilarious. But yeah, so I decided to make my character into Roxas, and also because the character creator was very unsatisfying when it came to recreating myself. So I was like, all the more reason to not have a version of myself and just be Roxas. And I also found out that in the you can, in this menu, you can just go to a, from upside down triangle to right side up triangle and have another version. It wasn't the lack of curly hair, it was like the fact that you can basically only be like a Dorito body with a extremely strong chin, or like a Pixar mom with a giant butt. Those are like the two character design options basically. And so I made the other... You basically have two slots for characters, so I made the other one into Xion, and she's in a very fancy outfit right now because of the new jackets from the last Wednesday's premium shop update. I'm a big fan of this jacket. It's very cute. But for now I'm gonna be Roxas, I think, just because it feels right for the first one, and when you go outside you can see that my companion is the little heartless squirrel, or the shadow squirrel, or whatever you like, but it looks like a heartless, so I was like, that one goes the best with Roxas in the outfit that I designed the sweater, but the rest is like whatever clothes that I thought were closest to his outfit. So, there's a baby! He's so cute. He's so cute. Okay. I don't know whether or not to start the tour at my house or at the plaza. Probably the plaza makes the most sense. I'm just gonna go to here because this is where, you know, it's default position. Okay. So this is my plaza. I've only recently started to add in a little bit of the DLC foliage decorations to the regular valley. And this is kind of...
Meeting someone like you gives me hope.
Okay, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna turn this down. We're gonna turn down this because that's just too much. That's too much. Okay, that's better. So, hi Christian. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Thank you for being one of my very first subscribers. I just basically haven't started any, like, we haven't walked around at all yet. I'm just at the beginning of the mini tour that I was gonna do. Basically, my plan was gonna be just walk around, show my valley, and just generally hang out, because I feel like that's, you know, low pressure for the first one. I don't want to have any complicated plans. But if that doesn't take very long, then I was gonna work on my dream snap that's due tomorrow. And I have a submission that is fine, but I did it in like 5 minutes. So it could be better. But that's, you know, I'll see what time it is when I'm done doing the tour. So I also don't know how well my voice is gonna survive throughout this thing. I plan on going for at least 2 hours. So I should remember to drink something every now and then so that I don't lose my voice immediately. Okay. So my plaza, which is I'm remembering the debacle about plaza or plaza, and I guess I say plaza. I have a big mug of tea beside me, which is probably gonna go cold over the course of this, but you know, that's just what happens. So starting out right smack dab in the middle, this little kind of moment is very much inspired by the Studio Ghibli movie The Cat Returns, and the scene where she goes to the crossroads, because I think that it's a small world, like building, the outside of it is like its peak aesthetic. And I also really like the color scheme, so I wanted to keep it very like pastel, lots of white, and the only option for that was to like make some basic chairs in the Touch of Magic tool and just make them all white, because the game doesn't have just a plain white chair. let alone a pretty white chair like they have. Like, what I really want is like the equivalent of the iron cafe chairs in Animal Crossing, the white version of that. That's what I want in this game. That's all I want. Well, it's like there's chairs that they say like white chair, but like then the seat will be a different color. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And to kind of going back to the crossroads thing, I put signs pointing in different directions, pointing to the various other biomes, and little stuff on the table that I thought looked nice. And another crime that the game continues to commit is the lack of tea. The lack of just a normal ass teacup. And this is the closest thing there is to just a normal cup of tea, which is lemon and mint tea. And I'm like, it's cute. Don't get me wrong. This cup, it's cute. But like, would it really been too much to just have some regular tea, black tea? Yeah, that's. I will be forever salty about that until they add normal tea. I really wish that this thing did not play the Small World song constantly, because it's not my favorite song, and I really like that item. So then next to that we have this little kind of lookout point garden, and I've got the Turning Red statues right in front because I love Turning Red so much, and so whatever items they have, I want to use them. Same with these lanterns. I kind of made this pathway lined with them so you can see them. And as we go along, I'm just gonna be kind of cleaning up so you can see what it's supposed to look like without random stuff everywhere. Like, and I don't have, yes, if they put Maylin Lee in this game, I will cry real tears. Probably. I would be so happy. She's the cutest little dumpling, and I love her so much.
You should be proud.
So this is like this little square of like park/garden has been a feature in my plaza since I started the game. Like, it didn't, obviously it looked much worse before, but like once I put a bench here, I just thought it was such a good like lookout point to see. I mean, those trees did not used to be there, so you used to be able to see the ocean from here. You can't anymore, but that's fine. But yeah, I just really liked having that bench there and having this little square. And slowly just added on to it and tweaked it a little bit over time. Yeah, and then this is another kind of little hideaway. I'm so glad that you can put stuff underneath this gazebo. I didn't think you would be able to because you can't do it with the gazebos in Animal Crossing, but I'm so glad because I love this glass ceiling gazebo, and I use it a lot. Yes. This little kind of clock tower, I don't know, it's not really a garden because it's just bushes, but like this little unit, I want to credit Console Kato for the inspiration of specifically the use of this clock tower with this color palette of bushes, because she did a little build that was similar a while ago, and I wanted to put it, somewhere, and I thought this was a good spot. So I use my plaza for what I'm imagined to just be like a public space. So I have the store, the restaurant, Ratatouille's house, just because it matches the restaurant and it's like a city looking building. And I didn't really put any decorations around the shop just because there's not really any room. But I do have some outdoor seating for the restaurant. And I put like food on the tables that I thought suited the no, that should have been the right command. I don't know if I probably just didn't set it up properly. But yeah, don't worry about it. I will figure it out later. But yeah, another gazebo for, covered area. So that, even if it's raining, people can still sit outside. Not that you can actually get into this chair to sit because it has arms on it. And I didn't leave any space in between the table. But whatever. Theater of the mind. Yeah, you can't even do the thing in Animal Crossing where, like, if you can get at a chair from the side, then you can, like, turn around in the chair. But whatever. Not everything has to be 100% functional. Yeah. So because I had this little kind of corner in between the restaurant and the apartment building, and I was like, that would be a very cute little kind of secret nook for just a little kind of private garden / just place to sit. And this has also been feature of my plaza for a long time. That is just sort of added stuff to and changed slightly over the year. Not the years. I guess it is years. Oh my god. When did this game come out? Did it come out more than a year ago? I don't have a good perception of time anymore. So, there's this little path going around the back of the building. And a little path back around the back of the restaurant. Yeah. A lot of my plaza has stayed very similar since I started the game, just because I just still liked it over time, and like I changed, little spots, little details here and there, but like the general layout has stayed pretty consistent. Who knows if that will continue to be the case, but I can't even get to that. But I don't know, I just like it. So that was that side. I forgot to, I went over there but I didn't say anything about it. I put this this topiary here and more places to sit. Yeah. So over on this side is like kind of park slash orchards. Yeah. So it got like popcorn fountain, outdoor painting. Want to bet it's gonna be a coin? I bet you. Yep, coin. Yes, little park. Stanley Park is my reference point for all parks, pretty much. That and like just various nature parks that I've been to. Stanley Park in Vancouver, which is a park that I grew up going to and that I still really like. So yeah, I got paths going around, all the fruit trees and bushes, and a little fountain. Lots and lots of foliage, overgrown type stuff in a lot of the things that I build, just because I like that. I like that vibe. And I'm also a fan of clutter. And so I haven't reached the item limit because I'm on PC, so I got that beefy item count. But yeah, it's getting there. So that is the plaza, basically. And so then we'll move on to the meadow, which is a very like kind of residential area. I have a lot of houses here, and a lot of the Mickey and Friends characters. And a couple of other characters that I thought either like their houses look good here and / or are the characters that I like. So I guess I can start from the left. We got Minnie's house next to Goofy with his stall right in front because it's you know, close to my house for easy access. Because you know, I'm all for the aesthetic, but I also need to be able to play the game like practically. So yeah, behind Minnie's house I got Michael, Mortimer, Ratman. Well, it feels weird to call him a rat, because Ratatouille is also here. But I love to call him a rat because it's funny, haha. So, yes, Minnie's house is the one with the Kingdom Hearts logo on top. I'm not sure if it was intended. I'm guessing it not. But, you know, we see what we want to see. So, we're calling it the Kingdom Hearts logo. But yeah. I have a little picnic set up next to Mickey. And I can't dig that up because there's a rug on top of it. But he's got a little like bunny hutch. Purely because the design of the animal house matches his house like 1-to-1 perfectly. Like literally the same textures used for the roof and the siding. So I wanted to have some kind of animal. And I thought it would be cute to have you know, a rabbit hutch, kind of, and put some carrots on the ground. I used to have 3 rabbits, but it just got too confusing, so now there's only 1. And I make sure that I can still get to the mining rocks behind it. And he's got his own little bench to look at the pond. And I can feel my throat getting more croaky. So I'm gonna drink some tea. I gotta get out of the idea that I need to be constantly talking. Like, if I have 5 seconds of silence, it's not a big deal. Because it's like, yes, I am talking to air, but, you know, if there's a pause, it's not, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, lots and lots of long grass because I love an overgrown neighborhood. So I'm gonna go around this way, just so I can go in here. This is kind of this little garden is just kind of a space filler. I wanted to try and design a garden bed with this leaf pathing with the wooden borders, and just sort of like try to figure out what I could put on it that also was, you know, looked nice together. So that's kind of what this little area is about. Just kind of a little public garden. Plus, I love this fountain. I wish there were more fountains, actually. More just like general stone, like, I don't know, nice ones. Some of the fountains I'm not a big fan of. So now we get to La Casita. I like how it says hi to you when you get closer. And I think it already did, so let me go away and come back so it does it again. Yay! That's so cute. I really like Encanto, the characters especially. And I wanted to be able to see Mirabel's house from my house. And I wanted it to have a big yard, so like, you know, lots of space, like a big house with a big footprint needs a yard to match, I thought. So I have a lot of, you know, flowers and little spaces to sit. I wanted a table in front, like they do in the movie when they're eating outside. Of course, every space has to have a cup of coffee. And you know, the food. I'm so glad that they added more food, more Colombian food, like inspired by Encanto, so that I could put it on this table. And it's, you know, it's appropriate. The grapes, if you see what looks like a piece of marshmallow fluff on the fruit bowl that's supposed to be grapes, they have been glitched for a while, and I do not know when they are going to fix that, but I digress. So I also put the coffee bean plants, or coffee cherries, coffee plants, whatever you like, next to their house. And then we've got a side kind of garden patio. The only thing with how I like to decorate is I tend to fight with the camera a lot, because I love to jam-pack items in a tiny little space. And then sometimes it's hard to see what's happening. But, you know, it's because I like spaces like that in real life that are just like a little corner tucked away. And I'm not gonna stop doing that. So there. But, oh my god. Really? Are you really? You're doing this to me? Today? Well, that's just typical of this game, really. Oh well. But I've got another patio on the other side. And I put this here so you could have birds flying over, flying around the garden. Basket of eggs. I don't know if these birds' eggs are edible, but I kind of wanted to give the vibe of like a chicken coop, even though there are no chickens. But that's why there's eggs there. Just in case you were wondering why there's a basket of eggs. Anyway, you can also, I make sure that like I can get around most corners because I want to traverse and I don't want to, you know, I want anything to slow me down. Okay, so next to the casita I've put the fairy godmother's pumpkin house, and I have so it's like pumpkin heavy but also lots of flowers, very like grandma core because she's old lady, I don't know, but I just wanted it to be like very happy and welcoming. Yeah, because I had space here for another house and I thought this would be cute, and I was right. So that is it for the left side. So we move on to the other side, and I will take another drink so that I don't lose my voice. Okay. So this little square is again a space filler. It's just like I have a square. What do? I put a bench and the cooking station for convenience. So this should I do? I'll do my house. No. This is my house with a big ol' yard, 'cause you know I'm the player. I get the big yard. And I also love an overgrown garden. I surrounded this pond with fences to co-opt it for my own purposes. And just a little Kingdom Hearts Easter egg. I know there's one person who will appreciate this. It's a Strelitzia flower, and I put it in my yard because Kingdom Hearts. And I've got a well and a little rock garden, and places to sit. And then kind of an extra backyard with the barbecue that you can't cook with. I was so irritated by that. I was like so excited and then immediately disappointed, because it's like I used to have a regular cooking station here, and then I saw the barbecue and it was like finally, like that's what I was going for, to have like a barbecue in the backyard, and then I put it here and I can't use it. It sucks. But we move on. I designed this picnic table. Put little motifs that look like they are drawings and also look like stickers. Just because I wanted to seem like it's been drawn on, and or like, you know, like kids just put stickers on everything. Not that there's any kids, but like, well, I guess there are kids. Penelope is a kid, and there is a sticker of her. And Stitch is an honorary kid, and there's a drawing of him. So, let's say that they did that. And this house is Pooh's house. It's a tiny piggy. Look at how cute. He's such a baby. I don't know why they decided to put one like movie canon critter in the game and then never do that again. Even though there's so many that they could do that with. But I don't know. Hopefully they'll do more. And we got the book blanket for it. And one of my new favorite additions to just the game in general, this chair hanging from the tree. And I was able to fit because it's huge, but I was able to fit it back here, and I love it. So that's my yard, basically. Let's go back over here. So I put the well right next to my house, so it's like convenient fast travel. And then just put like some bushes around it, so it looks like it makes sense there. And so across from my house, I have the Monsters Inc. apartment building. And next to it, I put Wally's Garden because I wanted it to be like it's the community garden of the apartment building. So it's kind of like it's, you know, it's attached. And then behind the building I have kind of a junkyard that I made for Wally because his house is also here, because I wanted his house to be close to mine because I love him and he's my honorary son robot. Yeah, there he is. So yeah, that's what I meant about fighting with the camera. But you can still, you know, get through. So I'm trying to decide if I want to go inside all the houses as I get to them or all at the end. I think it makes sense to go in them and like as we come upon them. So I'll go in here. This is inside of the apartment building, which I have decorated to just be like a space for me to design apartments, basically. So this is the lobby. based it after the lobby of my own apartment building, basically. So I was like, I don't know, what's a lobby look like? Yeah. So there's this room is an apartment, and this room is an apartment, and this room is actually an arcade. Because I needed some place to put all the arcade related furniture in the game. So going this one first. And the apartments in this building have more of a modern style to them. Like this one is it's very like bright and lots of pink and blue. And yeah, it's just basically like a studio apartment with lots of like more clean lines than I usually do in my building. And then this one I really kind of went like off the rails with the aesthetic. A bit darker in the color palette, but still kind of like modern. I think kitsch is an appropriate word for this aesthetic. I went to a furniture store once in Victoria. I do not remember the name of it, but it had kind of this vibe, and it stayed in my brain ever since. And so I was kind of channeling that when I designed this room. Yeah, and those are the two apartments, and then there's the arcade, and this is not how it's supposed to look because I forgot to put I stole some items from here for something else that I forget, probably a dream snap, and I forgot to put them back. So maybe it was the Toy Story dream snap, and I definitely took down that set, so the items should be back in my inventory. Let me just put them back really quick. What do I need to? Yeah, it was in Wreck-It Ralph, I think. Where did it go? I had like the food thing. Where am I using that? I don't know. Maybe we will come across it later. Oh, great then. I guess it don't have it. What about Toy Story? Was it this? That was here? I think. And then that's all. Okay, I don't know where that food stall went. But that's the arcade. And that was the apartment building. It's very kind of like, the exterior is like kind of New York brownstone vibe. So it's very neighborhood to me. So last thing in the meadow is Merlin's house. And I let these mushrooms kind of spawn in this little alcove because I think they're really pretty and magical looking, and I wanted them to act as decoration. So I just, whenever one would spawn in a good spot, I would just leave it. And then spawned where I didn't want them, I would water them to get rid of them until they all spawned in good spots. And also, these flowers glow at night. These are a new addition to this area because I was fooling around with the DLC flowers. So I took the blue ones specifically and I put them in this alcove. Just kind of scattered around. And this circle of rocks has existed in some form or another in my meadows also since the beginning of the game. Like there was just like a circle of rocks with a white flower in the middle, and I was just like, I love that. I'm never getting rid of that. And so like it wasn't originally here, but like I just recreated it in a different spot. And the reason why it doesn't have a white flower in the middle is because I still collect the flowers. So once I have, my plan is once I have a chest full of the white flowers, then I can start decorating with the flowers that are native to the biome and not pick them up. Because that's just how my brain works. I don't know. I also have a time bending table here because I thought it was matched the vibe, and also just for convenience. And the orb pillar is also back here because it is similarly magical, and that's why I put it next to Merlin. And you know, every fantasy aesthetic build needs well, it's just, I don't know, it's just a rule. I didn't make it up. There just always needs to be a well somewhere. This clock tower too, I also thought matched the aesthetic well. And a little bit, not to be, not to continually be Kingdom Hearts brained, but because Merlin is also in Kingdom Hearts, and also there's a different wizard who wears blue in Kingdom Hearts. I did a little bit channel Yen Sid's tower when I was designing this area. Just a little bit. Because, you know, I couldn't not. Speaking of... Sorry. Speaking of freaking Kingdom Hearts, here's my nobody. I thought that was such a perfect thing for, like, I don't know, like, so many things in this game remind me of Kingdom Hearts, but I think, like, the majority of them are coincidences, but to have, like, a dark other self, it's just, like, you know, I don't know. I thought it was good. I also, here's a gripe I have with this design, okay? Oh, look at my scrolls freaking out. Okay, sorry. The wings on this character, right? They're the wings from the first Halloween Star Path. But the wings that actually match the outfit that character is wearing are these ones, right? And like they even had them on that character model in like earlier cutscenes, and then partway through decided to change it to these for seemingly no reason. So I don't get it. I wish they had the other wings because they match better. But what do I know, I guess. Is everything still good? I haven't looked over at the stream layout thing in a while. I've just been looking at the game. I hope everything's still good. Okay. Anyways, that is the meadow. And I have sort of a route that I go through when I'm like going through the valley, like picking up stuff, doing my daily tasks. So I think it makes sense to go to the glade next, just 'cause it's kind of the next thing on the route. So I really like the glade. I think it has one of the best aesthetics, one of the best vibes out of all the biomes. Just like the colors and the lighting and the effects, I just think are really pretty. So this, I have sort of like most of the things I have in this biome are more on the like magical, mystical, more like fantasy side. It's not as like realistic, I guess. So I have a lot. First thing you'll notice, there's a lot of willow trees because I wanted it to feel very like close and dark and dense. And I really like how sunlight peeks through the trees a little bit. So I just have the stall tucked away in this corner with some flowers and pumpkins. Also because there was like this square of sunlight that came down here. And I was like, that's a good place to put something, so I just put the stall there. I'm gonna change time of day, I think, to a little earlier, just because you can see it, how it, yeah. So like the sun comes straight down, it's like kind of puts it in a little spotlight. Thought that was cool. So this, I really didn't expect to like this item as much as I do. It's apparently from Pirates of the Caribbean, but I don't think I even saw the movie that it's from. But I mean, like, it's a really cool thing. It's like, you know, it's got the water coming down, and it's like, you know, got some scary bones, which is cool. Like, when I say I want more cool fountains, this is what I mean. Like, I want, like, some old, like, you know, vines creeping on it, moss-covered stone fountains. Like, that vibe. Maybe not quite as big as this, but, I like it. So, the color palette I have for this biome is this kind of, obviously the green of the grass is kind of olivish green, and also this reddish purple. So beside the water, I added in these like coral, this purple coral, and also lots of these what are they called? Snake plants? I don't think snake plants in real life look like that. I think they look slightly different, but I like them in this game. So, and also this kind of warm brown with the thorns and the dead bushes. Also used a lot of the like ruins, the stone ruins in this to kind of inject a lot more of the kind of magical, mysterious vibe. And this trellis seems random here, but I put it there because I have this little sort of vignette for the kind of date night table. And I just kind of flooded the river behind it with the water lilies to make it as glowy as possible. To kind of, give this item sort of the pomp and circumstance that it demands. And it makes a nice little picture. I don't think this biome is fully complete, I will say, because there are little kind of gaps that I feel like are more empty than I would like. Like I'm not opposed to some empty space, because I feel like sometimes you need some breathing room. But I don't know. I would like to do a little bit more in here. The plaza and the meadow I could call complete if I wanted, but I know I'm probably gonna, slow. Oh, why does he look so sad? Is she actually sad, or is she just like looking at the ground? I never know. I don't want her to be sad. I love her. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm probably gonna like continually change little things, when there's new items, or when I just, I get a better idea for an area that I want to do instead. I don't know. Anyways, do I want to go left or right? Let's go this way around. I'll go right and then come back around, because I think both sides are better approached from this direction. So I'll put even more of the ruins throughout this little spot. I really like how the fountain, I guess it's like not a fountain, it's more of a waterfall. I really like this spot. And still, again, made sure I can still access the resources. So this is the beginning of kind of my Alice in Wonderland inspired section. So these signposts are supposed to reference the tree with the Cheshire Cat in it that has, like, all the arrows pointing everywhere. And then I use the root arches to make a kind of a tunnel that is representing the kind of trip down the rabbit hole, as it were. So is this building this? Wow, I fought with the camera so much. Camera does not like going in and around and putting stuff underneath these arches at all. But I did it anyway for the aesthetic. So I've got all sorts of things scattered throughout. And this, let's actually, I'm gonna change the time again because it looks really good at night. So let's see how much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's probably good. So like now that all the lights are on, and there's like more sparklies. So I made sure to put some lamps so that there'd be lights. And this mushroom spawned in the perfect spot. I am not getting rid of that one, even though like I have most of them in Merlin's yard. I just, it looks so good there. How could I get rid of it? But yeah, lots of random stuff. Everything but the kitchen sink in this. And then at the end of the tunnel, you come around, and what do you find? It's your birthday party. Yeah, this is kind of, it's like, I don't think that the Disney version of Alice in Wonderland is the best version of the story that there is. But because I really love Alice in Wonderland and the few elements that there are in this game that can be used to reference Alice in Wonderland look most like the Disney version, that's just sort of how it ended up being. And like there's there's aspects to the Disney movie that are pretty good, but it's not my favorite. But yeah, I'm still still a emo goth kid at heart, so I'm into the goth version of Alice in Wonderland. I don't even know what that means. What is the goth version? I guess that means the original version, the book, because the book is a bit scarier at parts, especially some of the poems, like the Jabberwock. Wait, is the Jabberwock in the first book or the second book? I don't remember. Emily will know. Emily, which book is the Jabberwock poem in? So yeah, so that's the Alice tribute section of my valley. And I would continue from here, but I want to go from the other direction. So I will briefly go on to the middle island where the willow tree is. Put lots of thorns around the tree, because Mother Gothel is I just liked how they looked. Let's not have any pretenses. It's just I just like them. And yeah, there's a just cooking station for convenience. I'm gonna face this way while I walk over here so you don't see spoilers. And I'm also gonna put it back to daytime. Because I want the sunlight coming through the branches. So we got the well in the middle, next to a pond with the pillar. And then what do we have here? It's the Master Sword. No, it's Excalibur. Oh, I can't take that up. This is another one that looks cool at different times of the day because these flowers glow at night, but also at a certain time of the day, a shaft of sunlight comes through and only shines on the sword. Let me see if I can find what time that would be. Is it that? No? One more hour? No? There? There! See? It's only on the sword. Anyway. I'm also a big Zelda brain. I like Zelda a lot. I would like to stream Zelda games eventually when I'm able to. Can't do that until I have a capture card, but yeah, that's definitely something I would like to do. So yeah, once I got this, once I had the materials to make this, I was like, oh, I am 100% making a little path through a glade of trees leading up to it. Are you kidding me? Like, absolutely, no question. So that is where I have it. It's a little bit cramped in this spot. I would like the path leading up to it to be a bit longer, to give it a little bit more, importance. But, have to work with the space I got. And then, so continuing through here, have a little path that curves around to Punzel's house. Some people might think it's not a good thing for her to live here because, like, her abusive mother lives in the middle, but, like, you can just delete villagers from your map and they don't show up. So, like, I feel like, she doesn't have to see her, she doesn't want to. And also her house looks really good here. So this is where I have it. And I have her own little garden and an outdoor painting spot. And just a little yard. This yard I built recently. It's a newer addition. Not that anybody would be able to know that. But it's new. It's new to me. So and then a little path around there to get to the mining rock. And these, I use kind of glow flowers to demarcate paths. So, like, if I just wanted to get to the mining rock, you know, turn at the glowing pink flower. Sort of thing. Anyways. So, here is a continuing struggle. It is not the exact same problem that a lot of people have getting Woody's house to look nice. I actually think it does look nice in the glade just naturally. Just like the color scheme and the lights, I think, go well. But my plight is I want an abandoned theme park. I want overgrown. I want, you know, rusty metal. I don't want none of this shiny Disneyland looking theme park. I want spooky. And that's very hard to achieve in this game. Not nearly enough abandoned spooky things to work with. So this is the best I currently have under the circumstances, as far as an abandoned theme park. Unfortunately, the rides are on by default, which they would not be in an abandoned park. But what I did do is put fountain tiles underneath this ride so that it shoots water. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't remember there being water in this at all. I thought I remembered it just being like that blue tile. And I always thought like that looks like it should have water in it, and so I put the fountain tiles. And then all of a sudden one day there was water in it. And I'm like, I don't think that was there before. I'm not complaining. I like that there's water in it. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gaslighting myself. Anyways. I have a few of these mushrooms in the glade still, because primarily for the sake of the Alice in Wonderland vibe, because of the caterpillar, you know, the giant mushrooms that he sits on, to kind of reference that. So Merlin doesn't get all the mushrooms. He has to share a little bit. But yeah, because Woody's house, it already comes with like these plants around it. So I feel like it's meant to be somewhere not clean and shiny. And even the horses themselves look a bit dirty. Like dingy a little bit. So that's my my vision for this area, but it doesn't quite it's not quite there yet for me. But maybe eventually it will be. And that is, I think that is the glade pretty much. I think that is everything that there is to see in this biome. So we will move on down to the beach. How I really like the barnacles actually on this one. Some of them have little details on them that I think are pretty cute, and this is one of them. The beach is like, most of it is supposed to be realistic. Of course it's raining again, because why wouldn't it be? But we persevere. The castle, I swear it wasn't pink before. I swear it was more beige, and now it's pink. But I don't know for sure. I have a little boat and some reeds, but that's about it as far as decorations go for the castle. The castle is kind of the only fantastical thing on the beach, because I wanted most of it to be look more like a regular beach that you'd go to. I don't use the customization tool a lot, mainly because it's so frustrating to work with. But I did make a few things, like this towel and umbrella and chair combination. I think it turned out pretty okay. And here's a little hint of DLC furniture. I didn't go too wild with sprinkling DLC stuff all around the regular valley, but I did put this boat here. And got a little beach dinner with, again, I just like to point out this flower. It's been there the whole time. Woo! I don't know if that was on purpose, but it's there, and I wish that we had the ability to put flowers in vases. Why is that so hard? Just put a flower in a vase. Anyways, that's another big thorn in my side with this game, is that we can't just put a simple little vase of flowers with the flowers that we have in the game. Like, you know, in Animal Crossing, when you just like put a single flower down, it's in a little tiny vase and it looks so cute. No, can't do that in this game. Tragedy. Anyways, I put this dumbass looking drawing of Donald Duck in front of his house to mock him. Not that I, have anything against him. It's just, it's funny. So, have a mini fish market, sort of, with the boat and Moana's fish stall, and another little hint of DLC decorations. I imagine, like, buy the fish and then you can clean the fish and then cook the fish right on the beach. And this boat is like, you know, it's a traveling merchant boat and it brings all, you know, sorts of stuff. And this is actually the next interior that I'm gonna show. Because I don't think this one is 100% finished, but it's like some rooms are finished. I think maybe like one room is not quite finished, but like, so I tried to style the interior kind of like, you know, the below decks of the boat, so the main room is just cargo. When I think about boats, I mostly think about the game, why am I blanking on the name of the game? It's a really good game. Obra Dinn. The Obra Dinn. That's not the full title. Return of the Obra Dinn. It's a really cool mystery game that I would play on stream if I hadn't already played it. So I don't know if there'd be much point to playing it on stream because I already know the answers. Anyways, that was just like, you know, my reference point for what the inside of a ship looks like, I guess. So main room is just cargo, and then this is, let's say, like the crew quarters. Got kind of like a kitchen and bedroom and living room, plus bath, kind of all in one. Like I still need a few more details in this room. I think it was just like when I was designing it, I reached the purchase limit that day on items I could order from the store, and then I just never got back to it. So like, ideally I would have stuff on the counters and a few more things on the wall and like a chair for the desk, but you know, I'll get to it at some point. And yeah, I also I love the way the pirate ship in Wind Waker looks. I don't know if I was thinking about that when I designed this place, but probably subconsciously, just because, you know, when I think about pirate, that's in my vocabulary of images. Vocabulary of images? That doesn't make sense. Anyways, this is the captain's quarters. The captain's office. It's like, you know, like at the very back of the ship, where the windows are. And I think this room is finished. Unless, you know, unless I get items that I think would work better. But yeah, I wanted this room to be like lavish but not too lavish. Like fancy but still practical, or like things at sea don't necessarily stay in the best condition. So, you know, if something's made of wood, it's gonna look worn after a while. So that was my philosophy, I guess, for that room. And then finally we got the treasure room. Cause they pirates. Or something. I don't know. Very, very pleased with the addition of these piles of treasure in the DLC. Very helpful for my purposes. Thank you. I still have a bit more. I forgot that I didn't finish this room. There's nothing on that wall, but there will be eventually. But this wall's done. But yeah, but unfortunately, looks like they're gonna be cursed, cause you know they did. I don't know. It's Pirates of the Caribbean. You get it. You get it. I'm going out of here. Next. We got. It's still raining. Great. Love it. Love that for me. So, okay. This little kind of island. I used to have all the pirate stuff on here. But then when I got the boat and I wanted to make a treasure room and I moved it all in there. So now this island just sort of exists to have the pillar on it. And put a bunch of foliage around it. And I also have the beach house here. I'm not sure this is gonna be its permanent location. It's the one that I've found so far that I think I like. I don't know. But I did think that the raft next to it was nice. And I put some, cargo debris close by.
You know, I gotta say, the rain is kind of nice.
No, it isn't, Christoph. It's not nice at all. It's ruining my tour. Anyways, to once again demonstrate how Kingdom Hearts pilled I am. The raft. The raft reminds me of the raft in the first game when they're little babies and they build a raft and they're like, we're gonna see the world on this piece of garbage. And then reality breaks and they can't do that. Anyways. The beach house. Still also 95% decorated but I'm not 100% happy with it. So I was semi inspired by Lilo and Stitch, Lilo's house, but because I don't fully remember what the inside of it looks like, it's also just kinda, a beach house. But yeah, I'm not finished in here by any means. There's still some bits that I want to work on. But yeah, so main room is kitchen, dining room, a little desk nook. And I changed a couple times which room was what, so I don't fully remember which room I'm going into exactly. Okay, so these bookshelves are kind of the closest thing we have right now to wall partitions because they go up to the ceiling, and are like relatively plain on the back. So that is what I have used. But it kind of gives a bit more of a dark academia vibe than I would like in this room, but we're working with it. So because you because you can't make the rooms smaller in this in any of the extra houses, like the house skins had to kind of make a smaller room inside of a bigger room, because I wanted to have a very a cozy bathroom / laundry room, and I like having it in the big room just looked weird, so I was like, I need to cordon off like half of the room somehow, and this is how it ended up happening. So the other part, I leaned in a little bit more to the dark and cozy vibe with the brick fireplace and leather sofa. And then I didn't really know what to do with this little corner, so I was like, just put a little extra bedroom back here with a big old window. And yeah, so it's kind of like, 2 rooms in one. If I get better items eventually, I will change that room and not use so many bookshelves. But for now, that's what we got. So this room is actually, I think, my favorite room in the beach house, because it is a room that used to be in my main house, which I'm just realizing I did not show the inside of. So we'll do that in a bit. But this kind of living room used to be the kind of lounge in my main house. And it had kind of a beachy vibe, so I moved it here, and now I have a different one in my main house. But, again, not 100% finished. Would like some more stuff on the walls. But I like it. I like the colors in here. And I like this bookshelf. I'm glad I got this to kind of break up the room a little bit. And then this room ended up being kind of Lilo's room / general kids bedroom / I don't know what the heck to do in here. And the room's too big, so I'm just kind of making it work. But yeah, I don't like this room very much. I wish I had a better idea of what to do with it. But until I do, this is what it is. So we'll get out of here. And that's the beach house. Still raining. We love it. Raining, I think, even harder than before. Oh, and lightning. That's cool. That's great. Maybe this is a good time to go see the inside of my main house. And then maybe by the time we're doing that, by the time that's done, then it will be not raining anymore. Let's hope for that. So I did step in here at one point, but this is my main living room. I have a plan for this room. It involves a wallpaper that I do not possess, which is the Ratatouille wallpaper that's like kind of cream colored and it's got like a design on it. I don't remember what the name of it is, but it's in French. And it's like, it's very pretty, but I don't have it, so this is what it is for now. But I wanted very cozy, slightly fancy, but not too fancy. Pardon me. But still comfy. Let me turn the fireplace on. Yeah, I like, when it comes to houses, I like the first room you walk into to be the living room, because I think it makes sense. Or the kitchen, or like some combination of the two. But yeah, I got a piano because I don't know, I think when I walk into a house and it has a piano, it just feels more cozy to me. Maybe because I always had a piano in my house growing up, but it's a necessary component for me. And then this, on this side, is the kitchen. I deliberately made the kitchen smaller to make it cozier. It might feel very cramped to some, but to me that is aesthetic. I don't know. It's just I just like it. But I want it to be very bright, very cluttered, and a lot of Ratatouille stuff, obviously, because most of the kitchen items are Ratatouille themed. Let's be real. But yeah, I really like the colors in this room. This wallpaper I use often, just because it has a lot of good colors in it. Mainly for kitchens, because I like the warm and happy vibe it has. This I was pretty pleased with this. I made, so like when you do Rapunzel's friendship quest, I don't know if it's the last one, but it probably is. You get canvases for the Touch of Magic custom designs, and I made a little bulletin board, and I think it looks like a bulletin board, which is, you know, that's the standard. Is when the thing that you're trying to make looks like, you know, looks like the thing. Because that doesn't happen very often with when you try to customize things in this game. But I really liked that they put the Lilo and Stitch photo as a design. So I was like, gotta put that. But then I also put like anything that looked like a drawing, and then use little fruit shapes and star and flower to be like novelty push pins, I guess. 'Cause you can't just like have a little tiny dot, because that would just be too easy. That would be too easy for Touch of Magic. God, I hate that thing. If it was just like a little bit easier to work with, I would use it so much more. But like, it's so frustrating. Just to rotate something, like, and get it to be like straight up and down. It doesn't snap to like 90-degree angles ever. You just have to finagle with the joystick if you use a controller. I haven't even tried using a keyboard with Touch of Magic. It sounds like a nightmare. So I haven't attempted that. And so this next room is what the beach house room used to be, but it's still like a chill out room. And I used the really pretty cherry blossom windows from Turning Red, and I like sewing in real life, so I wanted to have a sewing station. And yeah, it's just kind of like you sit here, drink tea, fold laundry, read, and just like I put the tatami mat so it's like more comfy to sit on the floor. Then I shouldn't have my shoes on in here, but oh well. This I've been hoarding clothing pouches, just in case they add new clothing at some point, and then hopefully I can just have a bunch of like gacha pulls for the new clothing. If it works like that. If it doesn't, then I saved all these for absolutely no reason. But, you know, what else am I gonna do with them? Open them and get something that I already have that doesn't even go into my inventory, because you can't have more than one piece of clothing at a time in your inventory of the same piece of clothing? No. Anyway, here's the bathroom. The bathroom is also small, because if your bathroom is bigger than this, you're in a different tax bracket than me. Whose bathroom is bigger than like a couple square feet? It only happens in like rich people houses. I noticed, by the way, that reflected in the mirror is the next room, which I don't know if wait, what perspective is this from? This is like the view from the door, like if you face this way, is that, yeah, that's this, it's like you're looking out the door and it's in the mirror. So it's like if the door was open, that would be in the mirror, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like it should reflect the room that it's in. But maybe that's too complicated. I don't know. Anyways, the bathroom's a little bit weirder looking, maybe. But I just thought the colors were nice, and I love this eye table. And I love this eye table next to this couch, and this stained glass. I like the colors and the shapes, but you know, it's my game, so I can have a weird bathroom if I want. None of these rooms serve like much practical purpose other than for aesthetic, so I don't spend a lot of time in my house, except I guess the kitchen if I'm cooking something, but it's rare that I will come all the way inside my house to cook something. And what I usually come in my house for is for my storage rooms. But I do have one more, so, okay, the floor situation is a lot. I wanted to know how many floors they would let you have. What I did not know is that you would not be able to get rid of any of the floors after you purchase them. So I have 20 floors, most of which are empty. I think I have up to five, that actually have anything in them. I sometimes use the blank ones to decorate for, like, if I do an interior for a Dream Snap, but then, like, I usually delete that because I want the items back in my inventory. Sorry, I'm distracted by the embers of the fireplace flowing horizontally out of the fireplace. That does not seem very safe, but it's magic fake video game fire, so I guess it's fine. Anyways, the floors. The first two floors are for decoration, and then the third, fourth, and fifth floors are all storage. So I'll quickly go in the second floor. This is just a fancy middle room, just for, like, to be a centerpiece. But this is my bedroom that I actually did for the Dream Snap that was like the bedroom themed, and that everybody did a Beauty and the Beast bedroom because that was what the items were in the banner. But I didn't want to do that, so I did like a celestial type of vibe, and then I just kept it because I liked it, and I just, you know, it's my bedroom. Yeah. And then for the quest, that was like make a room for the forgotten, aka your heartless nobody. I designed this room for that, and I may or may not keep this room. I don't really have any other ideas to replace it with, so it stays for now. But yeah, I did make this rug. It was a bitch and a half to get all this stuff to look symmetrical, because the touch of magic certainly ain't helping, but I did my best. And like, you know, if you don't look at it for too long, it's symmetrical enough. So there's that. But yeah, I did like kind of like a experiments table, because I don't know if that was a thing or not, but I think the Forgotten does experiments. Am I making that up? I don't know if I'm making that up. But anyways, I gave them a bedroom. And then this is a sauna. 'Cause I really wanted to make a sauna room, because they have the items in the game for it. And I'm like, where else am I gonna have a room like that than in my house? So I just did it in here. I like this room okay. It's not quite as cozy as I would like it to be. I thought it was a bit weird that the container for this rocks was like solid gold and not just like, I don't know, metal or like cast iron or something like that. I wish you could have like effects like you do in I think, is it in Happy Home Designer when they let you do that? Where you like, if these rocks could be like actually steaming, so it would have more, you know, of a sauna atmosphere. I don't have anything on the walls just because it wouldn't really make sense in a sauna, because it would just get all steamy. But I had to resist the urge to put stuff on the wall, because it's hard for me to leave a blank space anywhere in a room. But that's all the interior decorating for this house, and then everything else is storage. So this floor, and I realize we're kind of at time here, because I was only gonna stream for 2 hours, and I knew it was gonna take forever, because I've played this game for an embarrassing amount of hours. Like every time I hear somebody say how many hours they put into the game and it's always lower than mine, I'm like, oh no. I really don't have a life. And I'm not saying the number because it is embarrassing. But this floor is for crops, food, vegetables, forage, fish. So I'll just look. Yeah, I guess I don't have to. I can go a little bit longer, I guess. There's the what do I have left? Have the forest, the frosted heights, plateau, and the. Okay, so 4 more biomes, and then how many other houses? I don't remember. How do you like the idea of another half hour. Is that okay? Cause like I wanted to do 2 hours just cause like, you know, it's like a nice good chunk, but it's not like the whole day, you know. But okay, that's okay. Okay, we'll go 4:30 and we'll see where we are. Okay, good. Okay, cool. So this is fishies. And no, I'm not too tired. That 2 hours went by really fast, actually. So yes, my fishies, and it took a really, really, really long time to make all of these chests, and it maybe wasn't even necessary because these are nowhere close to full. Like, yeah, I didn't need large chests for all these, but you know, I like to have all of these chests full. There's absolutely no reason to that I would need that many fish. But I like to dream big, you know. Anyway, this side is like the forageable spices and things, as well as like grains, nuts, wheat, dairy, you know, like that. To put a little mini kitchen here just in case I wanted to cook something, also for aesthetic. This room, I'm debating whether or not I want to put stuff on the wall, because like it is a nice picture, like the wallpaper itself, but also I have trouble leaving an empty wall. I guess it's just the thing with me. And this back room, I never go in because it's the sole purpose of this room. Ah! Miss Cupcake! Hello! Welcome. I'm just showing my storage room right now. This room is not a storage room. This is the Christmas room. This is just originally it's where I put these fish so I wouldn't accidentally cook them. And then there was that Dream Snap where it was like cozy Christmas theme or whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna use that for this. And then I just kept it like this because I like it. Christmas aesthetic is like, it's not, you know, it's not my usual vibe, but like, you know, appropriate in the appropriate season, you know, it's nice and cozy. But it's just, you know, I just don't want it all the time. So like, to have one room that's Christmas, you know, I'm good with that. Especially if I can use it to dump these fish. I don't know why, like, it's not like I'm gonna do anything with these fish. I don't even particularly like these fish. But it's just that video game thing of like this thing that you can only get once, and like if you use it, then it's gone. You can't get it again. I don't know. It's just, it's whatever. Oh yeah, I was gonna post a link once I was live and then completely forgot because I got too wrapped up in actually like starting the stream properly and making sure everything was working. But I'm glad that you were able to come in. Oh, to get the fish on the table, I just dropped them on the floor and then dragged them over. You should be able to. If you weren't, then I think it's just a glitch. So you should be able to drag them over to the table like anything you could drop on the ground. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know why that's not working. Yeah, so this floor is like food and fish. And then next floor, I'm not on Xbox, I am on Steam. Like a PC version, and then I bought it through Steam. Yeah, I don't know if that makes a difference. This general crafting, all the like commonly used materials, and I didn't like to say that my storage rooms are decorated is kind of like not completely accurate, because it's like I want them to look, you know, nice when I walk into them, but I prioritize having the most storage space, so it's mostly just chests and the items on the tables. But then, you know, I'll throw on some nice wallpaper and flooring and some stuff on the walls, just so it's not boring to look at. And I liked this like kind of purple and gold color palette that I got going on in this room. Use Steam and nope, fishies go on the floor. Well, you know, if they're on the floor, then it's not like you're gonna eat them, so it doesn't matter if it's food safe. Okay. So yeah, this floor is like crafting, flowers, and gems. So this side is gems. Wooden tables not really matching the fanciness, but like it's you know, it can just craft as many as you want with softwood. It's free table real estate. But maybe I'll update the tables one day, but I'm probably too lazy. You like the purple wallpaper? Thank you. Yeah, I really like this color, this kind of lavender. So I actually have 2 flower rooms, because this one actually I would say is more decorated, just because I got some stuff around the entrance and on the ceiling. But I was able to fit most of the flowers in this room, except for the flowers that you get in the Sunlit Plateau. I have in a different room, partly because one of them takes up like a 3x3 tile space, and so they can't go on the table. But also that just happened to be like 5 flowers in that grouping, and so like I'll just keep them all together. And yeah, I did kind of want it to be like a greenhouse, like with windows all the way across. And I was very, very inspired by Savannah's flower room, my DLT, because she used the same wallpaper and windows, and a similar, I don't know if exact floor, but a similar kind of combination for her flower room, and I thought it was really, really, really nice. But I just sort of jam-packed as many flowers in here as possible. And then, if it will let me get out and have this, I call less of a greenhouse and more of a sunroom, because it's got less flowers, so I have had more room to decorate it. I actually really like this room. If like I would really want to spend time in this room if it was a real place. So yeah, I have a sink for getting water to water the plants, and then all the sunlit plateau flowers. It kind of makes sense, cause like more tropical plants would need more sunlight, I guess, is the excuse I'm going with. And then I need somewhere to put the rose, so I have this little this nook, this rose nook, where I put the Beauty and the Beast rose next to the window, and then this chest is where I put all my roses. And then have just like a little seating space with even more plants. But yeah, I really like, especially when the sun is like low and shines more like directly in the windows. I think it's really pretty. So yeah, I think as far as rooms in my house, this is one of my favorite rooms, even though it's a storage room. And then I have one more floor of storage, which is a newer addition, because it's all Eternity Isle stuff, so it doesn't quite have the same polish as the other storage rooms, because I don't have large chests for everything, because that takes a hell of a lot of resources, and it took a long ass time to get all those chests for the other storage rooms, so it's gonna take a long time to get all of them for this floor too. So what I have, my layout for now is stuff that can be dug up, like amber, pearls, plastic. And okay, here's as an aside thing, the fact that there is plastic in the ocean in Eternity Isle, I feel like they glossed over like the implications of that are kind of unsettling if you think about it. Like, there's, even in this magical, mystical land, there is ocean pollution. So I guess, I mean, maybe this is like a subtle dig, like underhanded critique at Disney, being like, you know, even though it's shiny rainbows, imagination, like the corporate reality of, you know, capitalism's effect on the environment still there. I don't know. I'm probably reading too much into it. They probably just wanted, you know, plastic for crafting, and they're like, where could it be? And it's like, I don't know, fish it out of the ocean. But, you know, when I saw it, I was like, there are implications behind this. Anyway, I have a whole separate one with copper in it because very stupidly you cannot put copper ore on the table, which is why all the other ores are in this. Also, you get more copper than the other three, so probably needed its own chest anyway. And then the tropical wood, the oasis glass. This is kind of like stuff that you just pick up when, you know, you're walking around. And then similar with this, it's like refined materials that are made from the ores and things. So that's what I kind of have in the central room, and then the side rooms are more specific. Like this is everything food related, so, you know, fruit, veggies, spices, fish, you know. These rooms will probably look nicer later, but I just made them recently, so they are what they are. Okay, I'm of two minds about the new shelves. Okay, because on the one hand, I love being able to put more stuff on stuff. I love the clutter. I love putting little items all in one spot. I think it's really nice. But why is the shelf only allowed to be in one spot on the wall or one height? Like, I can't move it up or down, only this. And also, I mean, I was able to fix it somehow, but sometimes the shelves are backwards for no reason. Like the shelf supports will be backwards, which is, you know, just a minor graphical glitch, but it bugs me more that the shelves can only be at this height, and you can't put them wherever you want on the wall. Because if you could, then I could put like shelves underneath cabinets, or, you know, in little empty spaces, because I love to fill empty spaces. And this is kind of funny because it's like, it's just a big empty room, and then at the end is like a parade of flowers. But they all fit. They all fit on the table. So I don't know. This is how it is. This is how it's set up for now. And yeah, it's more for just practical use than anything else right now. The only effort I put into this room looking nice is choosing the flooring and wallpaper. And that's all. That's all I have the energy for now. Eventually they will look nice. But today is not that day. How many biomes did I say there were left? 4? And it's already 4:30. Oh, how is it still raining? You know what? I think I heard the rain stop while I was in the house and then start again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, I don't know whether to do a part 2 or just carry on, because I feel like, yeah, here's my thing. I feel like doing the rest of it will take another 2 hours because it took a half hour just to go through like the storage rooms or something. I don't know. I didn't know what to do. I guess it would be fine to leave it off here because I plan on streaming again on Thursday. And that's not that far away. So we did there's the plaza, meadow, glade, beach. That's, yeah, so like I pretty much did half of the biomes in this stream. So if I did the other half in the next stream, that would make sense. So I think that is what I will do, and hopefully it will not be pouring rain and thunderstorm. Oh, thank you, Miss Cupcake. I'm really glad that one other person is here besides my sister. Not that I do not appreciate you, Emily, for being here, because you are my number one supporter of everything. But you know, you've seen most of my valley before. Thank you. It was much easier to stream than I thought it would be. It was like, well, actually it was like the hardest part was just figuring out how to make the stream go because I had to connect YouTube and OBS to like make the stream happen when I said it. Like, you know, I didn't know which button was the stream go button. But I think, you know, I'll know hopefully for next time a little bit more about OBS. But like once it was going, you know, we're easy street. Like then we're just playing video games and talking, which is 2 things that I already know how to do. And I'm just glad that I didn't have any technical difficulties, which is something I was worried about because the Stream Elements servers were messing up earlier before I started streaming. But then they started working again, so that was good. Oh, good, thank you. I'm glad you think the quality is excellent. Because I want to have a stream that looks good and is nice to listen to and look at. But yeah, learn a little bit more every time. So then I think in this rainy forest is where I'm gonna end for today. It's like the sun is going down outside, so that's another indication that I should get off here and go turn some lights on. Okay, but thank you very much for watching my very first stream. And to anybody who is watching this in the future as a VOD, thank you for watching. And I will be going live again in a couple days, Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific time. I think I was trying to find a time slot that was like, when is the break between other people streaming? So I didn't want to like clash with other people's streams. You know, wanted to be courteous. So I will see you on Thursday. Thank you, Miss Cupcake, for coming by. I always love watching you stream. And I'll see you guys next time.